been rearranged, so I'm going to record it right now so that nobody has to miss anything. So wonderful. Thank you, Catherine, for joining us on the phone here. Can you hear me okay, Catherine?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, perfect. So
hi, Catherine and Kelly. I didn't see Kelly.
So I'll just list who we have on the call. We have Linky joining us. We have Shauna, we have Sherilyn, we have Judy, we have Kelly, we have Liddy, and we have Miriam. And Sonia. So we have a great group of people, lots of brilliant minds here. So we're going to get right into it because we want to be respectful of everybody's time. I know Shauna has a limited time with us, otherwise she's going to be on the road. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so that people can see the actual invitation. And then I want to, I'm just going to share this now, and I'm hoping that my sound is going to stay optimum. And I'm going to share this. And everybody can let me know if you can see my screen. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And now what I'm going to do, first of all, before we get into this, is I'm going to introduce Linky to all of you. Most of us that are on this call have spent lots of time here in Winnipeg together, Linky. Linky has joined us from way across the world, actually, from Kenya originally, and is an event planner by trade, which is excellent. And you can share just quickly a little bit about your background in that, Linky. And then, of course, you've recently, in the last, I guess, few years, hosted Ramin Masgarlu over in Kenya and had a massively successful event of 800 people showing up, standing room only. And that's the kind of thing that we want to achieve. And I know that you've just in our brief conversation talking to you the other day, you have some great expertise at that. So everybody is going to wait on bated breath for some of your suggestions. I just want to have you just introduce yourself very briefly so that everybody kind of gets to know who you are. And
and Karen, can I maybe introduce her?
Okay,
let me get,
yes.
I want to honor her. She's my baby.
Okay, very quickly though.
First of all, she's my best friend. She's my little sister and my best friend. She's from Nairobi. I went there. They host me beautifully. You know, like she did even my bio. Remember those beautiful pictures you guys see it? She's the one who did it. Like she took me the whole day treatment in Kenya. You cannot believe it. And did my whole bio. She does that for any business, you know, creating your bio, creating what kind of business. So she doesn't do only events. She's our chair of the African women in Kenya and the chambers of commerce. So she helped the vice presidents, you know, first ladies, you know, like organization, the CEOs. So she doesn't do only one thing. She does many things in one umbrella. She has employers. She has her own office right in the center of downtown Nairobi, Kenya. She's a very organized and very collective and very giving, local and international. So we are honored to have her here. So please help me to welcome Linky and Linky Event Plan and her company called Linky Events. So wonderful. She has it for quite a while. So go ahead, Sister Linky.
Thank you, Miriam, and welcome, Linky, from all of us. We're thrilled that you're here.
Fantastic. So good evening from wherever we all are. I'm sure most of us are in Canada right now.
Yes.
So good evening, and it's a pleasure to be here. I have my two amazing sisters and friends here, Karen and Mariam. They are just amazing, and they have made Canada to feel like home. And I feel safe that I have, you know, sisters looking after me here as well. So as you have heard, I'm a corporate events manager. I'm into branding and marketing. And I'm very passionate about when brands are well positioned and they are well marketed and positioned definitely into the right target market. And I love to do events. I just had an event, 2 months ago, and Karen and Mariam definitely attended the event. And I am so glad this evening because we are talking about a familiar brand to me, which is Opulence. And I am so happy to mention that I did the launch for, Opulence Kenya in 2022 in December when we brought in Ramin, and it was the most successful event we ever had. And I think from that event, they ended up signing in after the event, immediately signing in 80 members into Opulence. And it has been such as a growth since the launch. And why I'm really passionate about launches is because it brings a rebranding, it brings an awareness, it brings an excitement into a brand. And I'm so excited about the event that you are gonna have, because if it's done very, very well, it's gonna benefit each one of you who is in Opulence. Why? Because then when people work in as a team towards a specific goal, the outcome of it pours out to everyone else and everyone is able to be of benefit. So I will take you through briefly what can be done during your event and some of the aspects that I did. I have done events globally. I have done events in Europe, in UAE, in Africa, in Asia, Poland, Malaysia, Singapore, and I've also done events here as well in Canada. I've done events. Most of the continents I have done events. I'm yet to do Central America, but most of the continents I have done events. And one of the things that I have realized as the single denominator, you can have the most glamour event. Everything is set, the decor is amazing, the atmosphere is good, you enter the room, it looks amazing. But unfortunately, what brings money to the pocket, what brings in the income, what brings in a change into the brand is when that event has people. You can imagine you cook in your own house, you're expecting guests and no one turns up. So it's not good for the food will go bad. It's not good for your morale. But when people come and the people that you invited attend, then you feel fulfilled that the agenda of what you have made is actually fulfilled. And as I was telling Karen, that you can do everything in an event, but the most important thing is to have audience and the right audience. Two things. To have audience and the right audience. You have to make sure that the right people are listening to you so that you're able to lock in up for business. And I'll definitely take you through what we did. So I'll give you a scenario for what we did in Kenya when Ramin was coming. And they said they wanted to host, they actually said they wanted around 200 people. I told them, no, 200 is so less. Ramin is coming all the way. That flight is too long. You need to have, at least look for at least 500. Why? Is because when you're looking for a funnel in marketing, you have to have more numbers so that the funnel goes lower as it goes down. The ones that you find there are those who are not interested in that group. You find the ones that will say not now, later. Then you find the excited ones who say, I want to lock up and, be a member right away and benefit. And so we walked through that journey and it was definitely amazing. I want to say that we definitely had, 600 audience seated and another 150, almost 200 standing because the seats were full. It was totally full. It was a 2-day event. We launched it amazingly, picked Ramin from the airport, amazing introduction. He came, did the presentation with a bang. He did not disappoint, came all the way from Canada. It was so much exciting. The following day was a training. So the people who are interested after the first day, they came for the training. So we had around 160 people who now came for the training. That was, the morning and mid-afternoon until maybe 2 p.m. Then Ramin had the meeting with those people. So from that meeting now, the people who are trained about the business, about the product, then from that 160, then we had those who signed in now to the business. So that's how, and looking at this event, it's exciting for you. I'm looking at you only have 4 weeks to go. It's very doable if everyone works as a team. And so these are things that, let's say Karen had told me you're looking for a room 100, 250 and 100. Let's say for this event, let's not do anything less than 100. That room, if we can do more, the better. But I would want to know how many people as the team would you want to have? You could find yourself, okay. So I want all of us to be in, one team. Of course, all of us are like, we have one agenda to make the 24th event for Opulence a success. The amazing bit is what you can do, what you will start doing now, the things that I will train you to do now. If you do for every event that you will have for Opulence, you'll be shocked at the numbers of how you'll be able to perform during your event. Say, for example, let's work with the 100 for now. If you can actually have more, but let's work with 100 members for now. Say, for example, you want 100 guests. So 100, and I am seeing 99 people in the chat here. So let's say, for example, we have 10 people, committed members who are here. So someone tell me, if we need 100 guests and we are 10 of us, how many people do we need each of us to bring? Someone
10.
You can, wow, thank you. That is Bella. I think it's Bella who responded, thank you. So each of us only just needs 10 people. Can you imagine? Can you see how simple that is? Like, the room needs to have 100 people. So if we say that we want 100 people in 4 weeks, all of us just needs to bring 10 people. So someone tell me, if we want 10 people for each of us, for us to hit one person to hit 10 people in 4 weeks, how many people do we need to do? Actually, let's do 3 weeks, because the 4th week you don't count it, because it's the last week. So in 3 weeks, 10 people, how many people do you need? How many?
You need to contact at least 200 people.
No, I'm saying like you need 10 people to come to the event, right? You need 10 people, you as a person. So if you need 10 people and you only have 3 weeks, we're not counting 4 weeks, because the last week towards the event, you don't count it. That one you should have closed and people should be coming to the event and all your people have booked. So you only have 3 weeks. Today is exactly the 24th, meaning we only have 4 weeks to go. So because we don't count the last week, we only count 3 weeks. That means within the 3 weeks, how many do you need to close in a week from
3.
the 10?
3.
Fantastic. Yes. So you imagine how easy that is. You only just need to close 3 people in a week, and you make sure you can decide to close your 10 in a week. And maybe your tickets would be maybe $20. It would depend. That depends on the budget that Karen brings on. And let me tell you the most amazing thing. And I'll give you the example when we brought, Ramin. And of course, this is, like you can imagine, we're bringing Ramin. This is the CEO for Opulence and the founder. That was a big deal. And we wanted to give him presents, and we wanted to give him a good treat. That means people really needed to sell tickets so that they have extra money to treat Ramin and also have the extra logistics and all this. And you know what? If everyone did their part, there was no money deficit because everyone did their part. Because every ticket paid in for the expense that the guest was actually spending on. So if everyone would just bring 10 people, you will make sure that no one brings less than 10. That means you have 100 people in the room and they are potential people. That way, your brand is able to, you look like a serious brand. You have excitement. When there are more numbers, you have more excitement. Because sometimes you go to a room and the organizers are more than the audience. That is not good at all. When the organizers are 10 and the audience are 5 and 10, no. The audience, the guests have to be more than the organizers. If we are 10, if we are like now, let's call ourselves 10 in this group. If we are 10, we need to multiply that by 5. So usually not less than 5. 5 and above, you need to multiply the numbers. Then you feel like your guest will really close. So that's the formula you use to make. I just want to, from the audience here, is 10 people too hard for each of us to get for the 24th?
No.
You can unmute. I want us to be in agreement, because the challenge about working as a team, we have to all move together and win together. So if we leave others behind, then we may not hit our 100% sense. And I want us to even agree, do we want 100 or do we want 200 or do we want 150? Because if we stretch ourselves, then it's for our benefit. But because of the week, 4 weeks are not too long. We can definitely, you can decide whatever number you want to work with, of course, 100 being the minimal, and you can add as many people as you can. But when it comes to everyone doing their own bid, it is not totally hard at all. Okay. And the tickets be from $20. Go, Karen.
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say, that was kind of the target that we were looking at for most people, is giving people the option to, take a table and, put 8 or 10 guests at that table, and either pay for that table as a business expense and invite their VIP guests as their free premium VIP guest, or also they could sell tickets for $20 and invite the guest if they didn't know them that well. So there was, we were looking at everyone targeting for 10. If that was intimidating for people, we could target for 2 people to split a table and, have it filled up with 4 and 4 or 5 and 5, depending. We're just going to go down to the venue tomorrow to make sure how many guests would comfortably sit at one of the round tables. So what you're saying is absolutely on point. I think a lot of us, hopefully on this line, and this is not everyone that's going to be involved here. There are some people that haven't been able to attend. There's other leaders that are going to be bringing people. So if we maximize and everyone shows up with their 10, we could have 250 people in the room. The key is, though, is like you said, we have to start inviting very, very quickly, because we have 3 weeks to do it, so that we can have those numbers solidified. Because luckily for us, the room, which is a ballroom in the Viscount Court, for the people that don't know what is actually, that are just getting filled in now, we've can partition off either half of it, or we can have the entire ballroom, which will hold 250 people in round tables with covered chairs. It's absolutely exquisite. It's got fantastic audio visual, 2 drop-down screens, tables all around for display, and of course for the hors d'oeuvres and the champagne that are going to be reserved. I just would like to take a minute before we go into a little more detail about inviting, just to show people the invite. I'm having a hard time hearing you, so I don't want to cut you off, but I do want to, some of the people haven't even seen the invite yet. And I think when we're talking about thinking of inviting 10 people, having a beautiful drop card that Shauna was able to create, we put it together with her help, tremendous help, actually, putting the visuals together, and, you know, went back and forth on the verbiage. I think everyone will quite like it. I'd like to share that just in case people have to hop off. I just want to make sure people can see that, Linky, and then we can come back to that thought. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, just a sec. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. Everyone can see?
Yes.
Okay. This is the front of the invite. You're invited to an Opulence Global VIP champagne reception. And then the back of the invite, we have Opulence Global Winnipeg launch. Join us for a special evening with our incredible guest speaker, Sanaz SVP, featured in Oprah Winfrey's magazine, Woman of Wealth. Sanaz SVP, SV of Opulence Global, has garnered global recognition as a world-class designer, speaker, and influential figure for entrepreneurs worldwide, while spearheading the development of Canada's largest privately held design and fashion house, Fairy Designer Lines. Optimum health, optimum beauty, optimum fashion, and optimum wealth are within your reach. Come and listen to Sanaz's transformation. Discover how you can become a part of this global brand and transform your living to an opulent lifestyle. Make it a reality. Then on the side, under the champagne reception, we have Thursday, October 24th, Viscount Court, which is where it is, main floor ballroom, registration 6:30, business class for dress, RSVP to my guest and join our VIP table. And then she has her contact, which we will have it available for print, and also maybe for, actually, Sean, I should ask you this right now. Will we get the file that people can put their own contact in before they send the,
Absolutely.
okay, perfect. So that's, that was a question that came up, and so that's answered. And you can do an email, but you could also do your phone number. So whatever it is, how you want to be contacted. Shauna was nice enough to superimpose Sanaz prior to her transformation, so that you can give that to speak to when you're inviting people. You know, this woman is not only an incredibly successful entrepreneur and designer and world-class speaker, and received worldwide accolades, but she's also had her own personal transformation with what it is that we're going to be sharing with you at this event. So I'd love you to be my VIP guest. Seating is limited. I need to confirm with you, and I need your confirmation before such and such a date. So I just wanted to kind of cover that while everybody's on the line, that people could see the invite that is going to be available not only electronically, but also, also print-wise. You can have these. You've got 3 weeks to get out and to talk to different people, go to different networking events, head out with this drop card, have them handy in your purse, and we should get a tremendous response to this. Now, you can do the table, and you can pay for a table up front, or you can charge your VIP clients to come. And there was something that Catherine was saying earlier when I was speaking with her about this champagne reception. She mentioned that it might be an idea to have hors d'oeuvres on there somewhere as a bullet point, so that people know that there will be hors d'oeuvres served. But again, this is our initial meeting. I don't want to get bogged down with details. I want to have everybody get the understanding of this concept. And as Linky was saying, the most important thing is that we get out there very quickly and start getting super excited about the vision here and what this can do for each and every one of us to put this city on the map and to really excite your guests about something unique. I mean, how often does something like this happen in Winnipeg? And if we bill it properly and we've got this beautiful invitation to support us, inviting should become second nature for the next 3 weeks. Anybody have any comments about this part of this call right now before we move forward?
No.
I
Let us
just
move
wanna-
forward.
I want to thank Shauna, first of all, for all the work that you've put into this invite. It's beautiful, it's professional, I'm proud to hand this out, and I think we all should be, and I think we should all be grateful for that, because I know our printer nowadays, we used to get typesetting done for us for free, and we don't get that anymore. So the time and the work and the energy that went into this are much, much, much appreciated. And we want to make sure we get these, we get in touch with Galaxy, get 20, 30, 40, 50 of them in your hands, put them in your purse, and be on a mission to hand all of them out. Because that's what's gonna, as Linky said, that's what's gonna fill the event. And you know, and let's get these numbers in. So let me go back to you, Link. Shauna, are you
Can I
wanting to say
just-
anything at this point, or anyone
It's
wanting to say
Sherilyn.
anything at this point?
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah,
It's Sherilyn. It's just quickly in reference to the invitation and inviting people. And I've discussed this with you. One of the things that I think we could say that could help us with getting people to the function or to our opening is the fact that it is $20 for the ticket. But I am inviting you, and if you reserve your seat and come out to see an opportunity for yourself, I will return you your $20 that evening for showing up and with an open mind to an opportunity that you will not forget. That's all I wanted to say. So that's the charge $20, but they get their $20 back. So for them, it's free. And for you, it's an opportunity that they've got there to hear the opportunity of Opulence Global. That's it.
okay, very good point, Sherilyn. We can discuss that. And I mean, these things, I mean, we're really, we've talked a little bit, we've had a couple of meetings about this already. We'll need to have probably several more before we but really getting the invite decided, how we're going to proceed with this and how you're going to invite people is probably the absolute the rest of the details about the room. Obviously, the agenda needs to be discussed with Sanaz. We all had some ideas regarding the agenda. Just so you know, Linky, I don't know whether we've even been able to share this, and some of the other people on the line might not know this, but this is actually a 3-day affair where Sanaz will be flying in at 10 a.m. on Thursday from the airport. And we will be doing the event Thursday evening. We'll have people at the registration table. People will be given a glass of champagne upon coming in, another ticket for another glass. We will have a cash bar with bartenders that are included in the room cost. So people will be able to have alcohol if they want. There'll be water on the table. There'll be soft drinks available at no charge from the hotel. So it'll be a very warm, greeted reception when people come in. The room will be decorated very elegantly. It's a room with high ceilings, drop-down glass lighting, tables all around. It's absolutely a stunning ballroom. White tablecloths, and they've included white chair covers in the price of everything, which we were just blown away by. So very, very elegant feeling. We'll have a photo op out at the reception area so that people can take photos you know, with Sanaz. We have the room until 1 in the morning if we want it, so we don't have to rush people out of the room. But we will have an agenda that starts at 7 and goes till, you know, whether it's 9:30, depending upon, you know, the time allotted for the agenda that we crunch out with Sanaz. That was supposed to happen, but you know, she's under the weather right now, but that can all be looked at. We have talked about some of the ideas for that agenda, which I'll cover in a second. But on Friday, like you mentioned, Linky, when you have the next day, we have a meeting room booked at a facility that we use here in Winnipeg that is much more reasonable. There'll be food, you know, coffee and muffins and things like that that we always do. And people will be able to bring their people that are ready to launch or that have launched or that want to become VIPs or want to learn more. And that evening will be the Friday night from 6 p.m. till 9:30 or 10 o'clock, actually probably 9:30. That's a special event with Sanaz as a launch meeting. And then the next day will be a leadership breakfast for the people that qualify for that. There will be a qualifier for that. So just so everyone that's on the call that hasn't been privy to these meetings is understanding that this is actually a 3-day event that Sanaz is wanting to maximize. It's her only tour that she's doing this year. It's the only city she's visiting. She will be going to India and China next year, but she will not be doing any other city because they're going to be doing a massive launch in Toronto for their new gallery. So this is a big deal to bring her in right now with all that she's got going on. So as Linky was mentioning, we want to make sure, and I'm sure everybody on this call wants to make this a jam-packed, successful event for all of us. And of course, for Sanaz, make us proud for our city. So,
Karen, the leadership breakfast is back at the
the leadership breakfast. Thank you, my little secretary over here. The leadership breakfast will be at the Viscount. They have a beautiful, large restaurant on the second floor, which can accommodate quite a large group. And Sanaz is staying in specifically Saturday morning for that leadership breakfast. She did have an event to fly out to, but she took that off her plate, and she wanted to maximize our leadership breakfast. So we're very lucky for that. We haven't determined the time yet on that, but that'll be part of the corporate announcement that's going to be announced for this event that's going to go out globally. So Ivy is just waiting for confirmation on a couple of things before she launches that corporate invite. Does anybody have any questions about the 3 days and about the invite?
I
Karen,
do. It's Sherilyn here.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Shauna.
Karen, this is just such a fantastic meeting. I'm sorry I have to leave for an event right now, but I will pick up the information. And thank you so much, Linky, for joining us and imparting all of your wise and great ideas.
Yeah.
And I look forward to meeting you personally. You're beautiful.
Thank
Okay, so I'm sorry I have to leave. Bye-bye.
That's okay, Shauna. We knew you had to go, so that's why I wanted to kind of get that out.
Sure.
And thank you
Okay.
again for all that you've done.
Thank you, Shauna.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Have a great
Looking forward to see all my girls.
invite.
Absolutely. Okay, bye.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm so sorry for the sound, guys, but anyway, back to Linky. I didn't mean to
Karen,
cut you off.
I have a question. Is it $20 for the 3 days or 1 day, or how is it?
Oh,
Is
good,
it
good
clear?
point. $20 is for the event
Thursday.
and for the Thursday event. And then it'll be $10 per person or guest free because the next room on the Friday night is much more reasonable. We can cover it, you know, basically with just the 9 of us and paying $10. So we can bring our guests for free, or the people that are going to be launching, and they can bring more guests, because it's not the kind of expense that we have incurring on the, and the breakfast, I'm not sure what Sanaz is going to do about that yet. So we didn't have time to discuss that, but she made it very clear that she wanted to do a leadership breakfast. So there might be, free breakfast for brand new launches. There might be, there could be a combination of different things that she might be willing to do.
Karen,
Yes.
we did do breakfast I remember in London, but us as members, we paid $20, but our guests, they were free. So, just $20 for the people who are already members, right? For the breakfast. But if maybe you never know, sometimes, Sanaz can say treating you guys for breakfast.
That's why I'm not putting a number on the breakfast right now. And there'll be probably qualifiers to even come to that breakfast. So, or there might be specials for people that are doing certain things that we can utilize in the event to launch, or to, become VIPs or put an order in. So we can utilize that breakfast to our advantage. Those details have not been worked out, but just so everybody knows that there will be a leadership breakfast Saturday morning, and to plan for it, and it will be at the Viscount Court.
And sometimes they just want everybody to pay their own breakfast, right? So I went to many of them. Sometimes it's just you guys meet for breakfast meeting, but everybody order whatever they like and they pay their bills. That's all.
Yeah, there might be a buffet service there, that will, I don't want to comment and make something decisive, because I haven't had a chance to talk to her about those details, but it'll be lovely, and we'll be able to have a really nice, more intimate setting with your new people, getting to know Sanaz, getting honored, getting recognized, getting welcomed. Same with the Friday night event. The people that are interested in launching could even bring a couple of people with them, and that way they can get their business going. There's a lot of different things that we can do by having those 3 days available. But you want to make sure that you put those in your calendar and you're available for those days, because as much as you can be, the Friday evening, the Thursday night, and then of course the Saturday morning breakfast. It will really put your business on the map. So,
I have a question, Karen.
okay.
You said the breakfast is for those who qualify. What is the qualifications?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure what the qualification is, so that's why I'm leaving that open. It may be for people that, have brought the most guests, or people that are members that have a guest, or people that have launched somebody. I don't know what the qualifiers are yet. I got to talk to Sanaz. I just finished saying that we got to kind of work those details out, but we can use that breakfast to our advantage at the previous events. When somebody launches, or when somebody becomes a VIP, they're welcome at the leadership event. There's lots of things we can do creatively with that, but I haven't worked those details out with Sanaz yet. So, but I'm open to suggestions, of course. This is all a collective, but again, decisions have to be made relatively quickly so that we can get things announced. Okay. Did that answer that, Sherilyn?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Linky, let's go back to you, and I kind of cut you off there, and sorry for that, but I just wanted to make people aware before they had to leave of what we had available. So let's continue on with what your train of thought was there.
Yeah, fantastic. So I think what has really gotten me excited about the flyer for the event is optimum health, optimum beauty, optimum fashion, and it just looks, the flyer looks elegant, and I can already see like from Shaila's, from Bella, like you're already working as a team. One of you has made a flyer. So, you know, each of you is trying to see how to make the event a success. So that's really, really amazing. And I think the flyer sells itself. Who doesn't want optimum health, optimum beauty, and optimum fashion? It's like, you know, everything in one house. You've got your beauty, you've got, and of course you will have money in the pocket if you get into business. So I think the sales, a bit of, you know, making people come to the event. It's already a sale over how the, you know, the poster looks to attend the event. It looks amazing. And it's interesting, the question that Charlene has asked about, you know, who qualifies. And I would really make a request to maybe to Karen and the team that the people who bring more than 10 people, they can be appreciated by a hand clap, by something.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, they do that. In Opulence, we do that. And even sometimes we win money for most people. We do, it's our tradition.
Yes, I think it will be fair, because you've agreed as a team to bring 10. If the people that bring the 10, they can be appreciated because they are showing themselves as team members. So I think that appreciation will go a long way as well. So I think the event is set. Looking at the poster and everything else, now it's just the numbers. So it's just up off the ground running. Maybe if you can have these meetings every Tuesday with the team to give numbers, like everyone needs to say, I have gotten 3, I've gotten 4, I've gotten 5, I've closed my 10.
Yes, we'll do a Zoom for sure, even maybe more often, but definitely every Tuesday. And I was going to run through a few other ideas that some of us had as we were talking. And I think it's kind of along the lines of where you're going, Linky, with these little special things that can happen throughout the event that really make it a lot of fun and give a lot of extra exposure. So I'll just maybe, and I'm going to also create a WhatsApp group. So if anybody isn't on WhatsApp, if they could please ask somebody to help them get on it. And then that way we can be communicating throughout the day on WhatsApp. And then when we have our Zooms, we have everybody seeing the same information. We're not sending out to texts that people aren't seeing. It'll be a Winnipeg launch WhatsApp. And all of the people that are on this call will be added, and whoever else you feel you want to add, whether it's a teammate, whether it's a guest, whether it's, you know, whoever, you can add to the WhatsApp team so that people are really being educated. Yeah. So Kelly is just,
Karen,
yes.
What I suggest, you need to have this core group. This group is here now, right? To have their own group to talk about logistic, so
Yes.
the guest doesn't see, and then create a group where us, we are there with all our guests and everybody, so everybody can. So there we just talk only positive and posting what is Opulence is all about, and update towards the event. Don't mix event organizers talking about the organization.
Oh yeah, exactly. Core group first, and then I don't even know whether I would do a guest group. I think just having us being able to talk freely, put ideas onto the chat group is very helpful. And everybody that's going to be tuning on to this recording will be added to that WhatsApp group as well. And the organizers can be communicating with each other every day. And then our Zooms will be on Tuesdays. And like Linky said, that's a really good idea. Come with your guest list. Come with, you know, so we're on top of that pulse.
With update every week. And another thing I just want to add, right? We did an event. What we did, like there's so many mosque what you do, you go and look for organization, and they can rent a table for inspiration for the fashion, beauty, and health. Like, you just put in something beautiful, right? Even a letter, you can do an official letter to invite them official as an organization, especially this organization of women. They do come to our event. You send a letter, they come as a group, and when they know it's affordable, it's like a retreat to go out and meet all these wonderful women and exchanging idea on a business entrepreneur, right?
That's
So
a
you go
really good
yourself.
idea.
Yeah, you go to all these organizations, see the CEO, the founder. You know,
I
like
mean, we're
especially
limited
the
on
organization
time,
of
but if we
women, they
walk
like.
in with an invite and we're excited
Yes.
and we talk to the organizer, you know, maybe they look for events, maybe they look for things to do, different groups, BNI groups, whoever's on the call, write these things down. Who do you know that's involved in some sort of organization or some sort of health organization or some sort of, business organization, and tell them, hey, you know what? I mean, listen, if you can get 10 people there as your guests and you don't want to spend the $200, to me, that's a loss on your part. It's a write-off. And you got 10 people there, you get them in front of Sanaz. She is so powerful. She is so committed. She is so transformative. Those people will launch. Those people will, or if nothing else, they'll become VIP customers. So if it costs a couple of bucks to get a table there, you know, it's
And
well
women,
worth it.
and you tell them women coming from all over the world. That's all. You don't have to say just only from Toronto, America.
Yes.
Just say we have a women plus all over the world. You just make the excitement, because Linky, she's from Kenya. So
You're from
Mariam from
Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Yeah.
All the way from Toronto. So that's all, like we're all
Women from
different
all
parts of
over
the
the world will be attending. That's
Yeah.
excellent
it's a how-
idea.
Exactly. It's how you represent yourself, it's how you promote yourself, how you sell yourself and your business, right? Like
Yeah.
Excitement. People come to my event because of the excitement I give them. Simple.
Yeah, you don't even have to get into a lot of detail. You just
Yeah.
have to get into, I mean, that invite
Excitement.
speaks for itself. We created that for that reason. We wanted to have as least talking as possible with more excitement. The more you bog down in details, people lose interest. They talk themselves out of it. But the one thing that Sherilyn mentioned is that might be for for people that are meeting a lot of people that don't know that well. Give me a $20 deposit. I just want to confirm your seating. It's actually you can say it's a $50 value. It's a beautiful champagne and hors d'oeuvre reception. But when you come, I'll give you your $20 back. I just need to confirm my table. And then nobody's out any money if your guests don't show. And if they do show, you give them their $20 back, and everyone will get a ticket. We're going to talk a little bit more logistics right now, but that's great. Inviting ideas, organizations. Who do you know that is involved in things, maybe health or whatever? Come out to this event. You're going to see a transformation you're not going to believe. This woman on the invite here did she lose over 100 pounds, Miriam, or was it 80?
I believe it's 105 pounds so far that she's lost.
Yes. And, she said she was full of inflammation. She could not get rid of her inflammation. And that was part of her problem with retaining the water and and now, of course, being on our transformative products, she's been able to do that and transform her whole appearance. And as we know, beauty is from the inside out. So, okay, I'm just going to go over some logistics so that the people that aren't going to be at the next meeting can listen to the recording and some of the things that we've talked about. So, basically, as we talked about, October 24th, Thursday night, is our main reception. Friday at the Refit Center for our launch event, special with special guest Sanaz Human. The room will be set up with gorgeous centerpieces, plumes. It'll look gorgeous when people walk in. There'll be a host. There'll be registration at the door. There'll be photo opportunities. They'll be greeted with champagne. They'll get a ticket for another champagne, and then they'll be treated to hors d'oeuvres. There'll be hopefully veggie stations around the room. I'm going to confirm all that tomorrow. There'll be a cash bar with a bartender. Now, everyone, we will create forms. There will be forms at every place sitting that is confirmed that place sitting. And there'll be a ticket to win a product for filling out those forms. So when you have your people sitting at your table and they fill out their survey and they fill out their registration form, you're going to give them a ticket to win a prize. Then what we're going to do is when those prizes are drawn, we're going to choose different prizes than what we're talking about in the actual event. I would like the agenda, and I'm going to discuss this with Sanaz, to be about our trilogy of products, our Fountain of Life, our Divine, and our new collagen that's coming out. I'm going to ask if she can bring it to sample. I don't want to promise anybody anything. I don't want anybody saying anything about that until we can confirm that. But that is the intention. And talk about those transformative products and get people very excited about our VIP opportunity where they can purchase their products that night and get $100 off. Then we're going to draw with those little tickets, let's say the toothpaste, the micro silver body cream, the shampoo, various different products. And when we hand those prizes out to the people that are winning them, we have somebody at the microphone giving a description, a brief description about the benefits of each one of those products. So we get, in a nice soft way, an ability to really showcase our brand with proper branding information written out properly and announced as each person wins a prize, so that we expose the brand in that way without going through massive amounts of PowerPoints, et cetera. That was an idea that Kelly came up with, and I thought it was brilliant. Okay, so surveys and applications at the tables. Now, what we are going to do to help us bring in some extra money, they did this at the leadership conference that we attended in Toronto. And what they did is they auctioned off 3 major prizes that were worth a lot of money perceptionally. And they sold 10 tickets for $20. And people went around the room and were selling these auction tickets throughout the meeting. And it was announced that they were going to have the main prize at the end of the event. And people were buying tickets for these, for this draw, for this beautiful bag and this beautiful whatever and whatever. And so what happened is the leadership core was able to recoup quite a bit of money through those main prizes. So that is an option that we can talk about in our meetings. These are things that will be all listed in our group. And if people want to make comments, of course, we're going to have part of the agenda talking about our massive trip to Dubai, and that people can win a trip to Dubai if they start participating now. So that is going to be something in the agenda, you know, for people to factor in and get people excited. And of course, we'll be talking about our trilogy of products. Sanaz mentioned, you know, why Opulence, the company's direction, where it's going, things about the economy and how important having a business is in this economy, and all the benefits. There might be 2 different tax forms. I'm not going to get hard on the details of the agenda, because I don't want to disappoint people. I'm going to have to talk to Sanaz about that, but I will keep everybody posted please keep checking this event meeting WhatsApp every day for new ideas and for also new things that can be working for you in as a building towards the event. Anybody have comments, questions, thoughts as we go along here?
I just have a quick question. It's Sherilyn here.
Yeah.
In WhatsApp, what is the group name?
Not
it'll
created
be
yet.
Winnipeg
it's not
launch
created.
event. Winnipeg
me?
launch event.
Okay.
Be very specific about the event.
But what, hold on. Which group, Charlene, you're asking? The one that Karen
One
is
on
going to create
WhatsApp
for all
that-
of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. There's only one group.
Winnipeg launch event. Got
Yeah,
it.
Winnipeg launch event.
And,
That's the only
and once
group.
it's created, as you're invited, everyone will receive a notification.
Yeah. And that'll be the only group that you check about the event. And any comments, questions, ideas that you have moving forward towards the event, please put them in that group so that everybody can see it and we can work together collectively. This is going to be a collaboration personified. And if we're going to pull this event off to be spectacular, which I really feel we will, every single person's input is valued and certainly important. And so these are the things so far that we've come up with. I mean, we haven't had a whole lot of time to really plan this because it was very impromptu from the company. But you know what? I really feel that in a lot of cases, if you have too much lead time on an event, people wait till the last minute anyway. And, you know, closer to an event, you can create a lot of excitement and you can create a sense of urgency and you can get those numbers in. And that's what we need to make this a successful event. So Kelly, it looks like you want to say something.
Yes. I know that we were talking about all those details. I feel that certain things we can record and send it to everybody who is not present.
I'm recording this call right now. Yeah,
I know, but probably I think that Linky, I would like to get her view and her input to see if there is anything else that we should be considering or moving forward in that direction. We have our hype, we have the stuff that it is on the go, and we know that is going to be beautiful and everything else. But I just would like to pick her brain, if that's
well,
okay.
absolutely. And Linky, you're more than welcome to share. I just kind of wanted to cover what we'd kind of thought of so far in case you know, they were things that you were going to maybe bring up.
Add
But
to
is there
it.
anything that you can suggest that or on an ongoing basis that you can suggest that has worked very well for your market?
Yeah, I think, you know, Karen, you're going on very well. So I'm still here. So I think that added information is also helping to get more information about what's going to be happening in the event. And for now, because of the time limitations that we have for this event, I think the most important thing right now is to just get the ground running on start selling off the tickets. And of course, if we could have, you know, like daily reports on the same before even Tuesday. So there's a daily hype. I'm looking at if people would even go more than their 10 target per person. If they would do 15 to 20, that would be really amazing. And I'm sure it's very, very doable. Why is because this is an exciting event. There are a lot of people in Winnipeg looking for opportunities, especially the women also are also looking for health and fashion and beauty. There are people who are even retired and they are looking for something to do. This is an online business that they can be able to do as well. E-commerce, that's online marketing, has become very, you know, nowadays people shop from their houses and they can get, you know, designers and amazing things, you know, from Opulence. And I think this is an opportunity for quite a wide range of people. So the more people are aware, the more marketing that can be done. Let's have it on WhatsApp status for individuals on WhatsApp status. Let's have the flyer out already
Yes.
So don't mind having the flyer. Let's have the flyer out. I don't know what social media pages that you use for, to market, the events that Opulence have, especially even in the Winnipeg market. Then other people are able to be aware continually where events are. So I'm not aware of the social media pages, but if you could take advantage of social media pages as well, that would really help. And of course, in each of the people's status, and also attending events from now henceforth. I will also invite you, Karen, on this Thursday. I'll be at Norwood for a BNI event.
Okay.
That I will be attending, and I think it will be also a good opportunity to market the event. So I'll definitely send you the invitation details as well, because I will be there. It will be from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Norwood in Winnipeg.
Okay,
So
that's wonderful. And that's a really good point for everyone. I know that Sherilyn and Patience, who is not on the call today, but will make sure that she gets the recording, because they have an African event coming up on the weekend. And again, these flyers have to be done. And there's such to our advantage to have them with us in our purse every single day. And, for those of you that don't have events maybe to go to the designer mall, go to some malls around close to your area. I was walking in the mall today, and I looked at this woman. She was standing there in the guest shop, and they said, people wanted for work. And I have never seen a more bored individual in my life. And she was a beautiful girl. And I thought, if I would have had my event, my invite, I would have gone up and invited her to this event, because people in these malls are stuck in a retail environment that is not necessarily fulfilling, doesn't pay that well, and it takes up a lot of their time. So, go in with a classy invite, dress yourself up 2 days a week, and go out with a buddy, go out with someone and walk the malls and let people know that we've got this thing coming, especially Polo Park. It's right around the corner from them. The Viscount Court is right across the street from Polo Park. You know how many restaurants are in Polo Park, and how many little shops and how many fashion shops are in Polo Park? I mean, there's people there that are part-time. There's people there that are retired working in those places. There's people working in the food courts. There's people working in, everywhere. Make, 50 to 100 of these invites, dress yourself up, put some nice jewelry on, and say, listen, we're doing a massive event across the street next Thursday, and you got to come to this. This will blow your mind, and this could change your life, and be my guest. Anyway, so
another question, Karen, are the tickets physical, or that you also have the e-tickets? How is the availability of tickets to your team?
Well, we've done, we just created this invite. We're calling it an invite, not a ticket. Now, we could put $20 on the bottom of it and call it a ticket. And people could say to people, this is an individual idea. You can do this. You're the CEO of your own company. You do what you feel comfortable with, because we can change this format, because see, this invite has to be individualized, for each individual. So you can put your contact in. You can put your phone number, if you'd rather have your phone number than your email, at the bottom of the page, and you can put $20, have Galaxy print at $20 on the edge of the ticket. Say to somebody, you know what? This is actually a $20 event, but guess what? If you come as my guest and you show up, give me your $20 now, but when you show up, I'll be giving that $20 back to you. If that is something you want to do. If you want to charge them $20, then it's $20 right on the ticket. Most people have a $20 bill in their purse. If they're excited enough, and if you've been excited enough to invite them, most people can pull out a 20 out of their purse. Okay, so this is going to be available on our WhatsApp channel. This is also going to be available in the format so that people can put their own information on, and you can get it printed at Galaxy Printing. They'll have all the format there. You just have to phone them, tell them how much you want, how many you want. They're two-sided, and they're gorgeous. I don't know whether you saw the front side. I think you did. It represents us beautifully and our brand. So getting back to you, Linky, about the WhatsApp group, and that was a really good point. When the company starts promoting this through the channels, we can tell people that are interested in the event, the leaders, to join the Winnipeg launch group WhatsApp so that they can give us their numbers, and we have a running total. Like, I'll go and I'll create the group, and I'll put my people that I've invited that have confirmed that they're coming in that group already. So people will be able to see numbers as we move along, and it'll be an easy counting process of who's confirmed and that money that's owing for those people. That's a really good point. Is everybody on board with that? Hello, we got crickets.
So sometimes, Karen, some guests, because of so many WhatsApp group, I don't know. Sorry, I'm just talking from a past experience and maybe managing events. Maybe it could be by need basis, because some guests are in so many WhatsApp group and they feel they don't want to be in another WhatsApp group. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking from a past experience of guests. Some of them don't want to be put in groups until maybe they commit that they want to be on.
Well, right, that's exactly it. The people that are saying, I'm bringing my guests, I'm coming from another, or I'm sending my guests, like for an example, like an Ifra. She has people in Winnipeg. So she could join that group. She could list off the number of guests that she's got coming, and then she can transfer the money for those guests. And then if more guests are going to be coming, she can add to that WhatsApp group, so we can have a running total of people that are confirmed on a daily basis for this event. Both in the market and outside of the market. I'm sorry, for some reason, I can't see this chat properly.
Karen,
oh, here we are.
It's Sherilyn here. That sounds like a very good idea. One, it will give us all incentive to beat everybody else that's putting in names. So we'll, and then also it'll give us a running number of how many people are attending so far and how much more we need to push ourselves to get that number a little higher. So it makes a good sense.
Yeah, and actually I'm reading the chats now. I finally got it open. And Kelly's saying, no, you don't have to have 10 guests. Don't feel you have to bring 10 to be able to attend, but just put in the fact that you're coming and maybe you're bringing 2. And so who are they? And then pay for those, whether they pay you or whether you pay for them. So, like you said, our target, if we make a target of 10 and we hit 4 or we hit 8 or we hit 20, it'll be a running total of the numbers. But yes, Kelly, it's not mandatory that you bring 10. You can come, let's say somebody just wants to come on their own. They bring themselves. Well, you know what? There's a lot of people that have been in this market for a long time and don't know what's going on with Opulence and want to come and see what's going on, but maybe just want to come themselves to get reignited. So that's okay too. So it's and Sonia said, thank you, Linky. She's so sorry. She's got a board meeting. She had to go at 7:30. But yes, and the refund to the guest, if they show up, is optional. Yes, it is. So 2 champagne glasses. I just have to crunch those numbers. Not going to announce that yet. That's a hopeful that we'll be able to greet them with a glass of champagne and give them a ticket for another one. And then, of course, soft drinks, I believe, are on the house. and so are the water, and there'll be water at every station and at every table, and they'll be able to buy drinks. So but I have to crunch the numbers on that second campaign. So again, these are all ideas, and they're all great ideas, and it's all kind of a format that we're hoping that the numbers will crunch in. And the sooner we get that WhatsApp chat filled up with names, and we can count on those people and those amounts that are coming in, the better. So that'll help us tremendously. Great idea. Great ideas, guys. This has been a collaborative so far, and I'm so proud of everybody, because everybody has really stepped up and has, I think that this is something that we really can use to everyone's advantage to really just make this market on fire. And then, like you said, Linky, continue with that on an ongoing basis. I just found out, just so everybody knows, the Refit Center, we used to rent the boardroom, and it was a beautiful room, glassed in the refit with drop-down screens, and it holds about 24 people all around that big, huge boardroom. Is very, very classy. And so I'm thinking that, if it warrants it, at least starting to do weekly meetings again here after this event with the people that have launched. And then, of course, plan another large event so that there's always something to build towards. And so the momentum continues. I know I'm going to wrap this meeting. I know we have to get on forensic. Linky, I don't want to hold you up any longer. I know. Thank you for so much. We'll be in constant contact through the WhatsApp group. And this has been extremely helpful. And yes, we will look forward to ongoing. Oh, sorry, Kelly, I didn't see your hand up. Is it up?
It's okay. Yes, it was up. I couldn't find my raise hand here.
Okay.
Sorry. That's why I'm holding here. Sorry, I think I didn't understand. You were talking about creating a WhatsApp group for the guests?
No, forget that idea. Miriam mentioned it. We're not going to do that. We're not doing a WhatsApp group for the guests. We're doing only one WhatsApp group. It is going to be for the Winnipeg launch event. It is only for the people that are members, that are bringing members, but we want to list their guests in. So next tomorrow, you have confirmed 5 guests. So in that WhatsApp group, you come into that WhatsApp group, you confirm your 5 guests. I have 10 guests confirmed in that WhatsApp group tomorrow. Linky has 5. Miriam's got 10. Judy's got 3. Sherilyn's got 20. They're going to be listed in that WhatsApp group so we can have continual numbers of knowing where we're at daily and as our event is growing. Cool. Is that understood for everybody?
Yes.
It's not a WhatsApp group for the guests. They won't be added to it. They will be listed in it, but they won't be added to it. Judy, you can go ahead and unmute. Miriam, just mute yourself, please, Miriam. Judy, your hand was up. I'm gonna
can I have another question before?
Can you hear me?
Okay, Kelly's still asking another question. Then we're going to go to Judy, and then Miriam will go to you. Kelly?
No problem.
Okay. I know we need a deadline. I'm sure that we don't have that deadline of numbers just yet. I believe that this has to be finalized with the hotel, but I believe they need a lead time of, I don't know how many days prior to the event.
Yeah, we'll put that in the WhatsApp group when I'm going to be talking to the people, and we'll find out exactly what we need to do when, and that'll be all in the WhatsApp group. These details, this is why this WhatsApp group is going to be very important, to check it every day, to list your people every day, and to confirm your guests in it. And of course, any details or any suggestions, that you would like to see happen will be listed there. So it'll be our resource center for our Winnipeg launch. Miriam, you had a comment? Did that answer that, Kelly?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. I'll have more details on that is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, yeah,
And
it's just
I'm
that
sure
we needed
if
to
we-
have a final date
Yeah,
and
if we-
how long after we can maybe add or not, and what is our
Well, it'll-
percentage that can be stretched.
Okay,
in
well,
case
you know
needed.
what? When we start with this group, which will be fixed tonight, and we start doing the numbers daily, that'll help us tremendously. We will, the final numbers, probably the hotel only needs a day or two to make sure that there's enough hors d'oeuvres. And whether we're doing the second ballroom or whether we're just in the first ballroom. But I would like to say a week in advance that we would have most of our numbers in and confirmed, so that we know what kind of a budget that we're working with. And of course, we need the money in. So that'll be important as well. So Miriam, you had a comment? I think Judy had one. Judy, did you mean to raise your hand? Okay, she was only agreeing. She's got a sore tummy, but she
No,
is
for
agreeing,
me, I just want to check with Linky if she has anything else to
and we'll let
add.
her go. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're here, we need to dig her brain completely, Linky. So,
So I don't know what the meeting was until what time, because I'll be needing to leave shortly. So maybe I can, give my last input. But I am so excited. Oh my goodness, I am ready. So excited about the event. I love the interactions. I'm like, please, Karen, get me the tickets on Thursday when we meet up. I need to start selling to the BNI people in the meeting where I'll be.
Okay.
Please come with the hard copy, because I love hard copy because it looks like it's money. It looks like money. If I give you, I'll need you to attend. You owe me an attendance. So
Fantastic.
Karen, if you can bring for me physical, ticket invites for on Thursday. This Thursday, I'll send you the address at Norwood. I will definitely kick off and start selling. I'm excited. I think this is doable. I like the points that we are having on doing it daily and giving reports, every day. For I think when it comes to 3 weeks, it may look like it's short, but because the day has 24 hours, there's a lot to be done in 24 hours. If you write 24 hours times 3, that's a lot of time that can, be accomplished to get more numbers. And when we decide we are getting 10, let's push to 10. Let's not say, oh yeah, we can do 1 or 2.
Right.
No, let's all
I
get
agree.
10.
I agree.
If you will,
actually.
if you will be almost 10, it's fine. But let's not say, oh yeah, if you bring 1, it's fine. No, our goal right now is 10, and let's go and push the 10. And let's get the numbers. Let me tell you, when you have the numbers,
special gift too. If somebody bring more, there's a special gift.
Yeah, there'll be lots of incentives. So if you do your 10, you're going to be well recognized and probably spoiled a bit. So, it won't go unnoticed, and it's going to be appreciated. But I do want to mention, try to make these people qualified people that really want to change in their life. They want to improve their physicality. They want to improve their financial situation. They're interested in business. They're professional, because the more you do that, pick the people on your chicken list. This is going to be an exciting event. It's going to be luxurious when they walk in. They're going to be happy that you invited them. So get the chicken list out and invite those people, because when those people join you,
them.
you're going to have a successful business. Yes.
Yeah, and I want to just add that there's a pre-qualifying. You can pre-qualify them, just talk to them, build like and trust, and you can know, what kind of people they are too.
Yes. I mean, have they ever thought about, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, yes, Kelly's got her hand up.
I think that I missed the point, and if I did, I'm sorry for asking again. Linky, I would just like to have your final take on if we were to add the $20 on a ticket, because we had a different school of thoughts. Some we thought it is a good thing to have it. Some we thought that would degrade the event or we shouldn't have it. What has been your experience?
So it usually differs from event to event. What usually the decision you have to make, don't make yourself as a team, get into, challenges of footing the bill. Don't put yourself in that situation of where you're getting into your pocket to foot the bill. If it's possible, your team can say it's fine, they can fit the bill, because what happens, okay, different companies do it differently. Like for the one we did in Nairobi, the first day, that launch day was free because they needed as many people as possible to hear. So they were now charging the following day on Saturday, I think it was a Saturday and Saturday, they now charged the people who were interested. But this differs from, from your audience. You are able to understand in terms of costing it or not costing it. You will find most people, when they are doing a launch for the first time, they want to make it free so that as many people come, they listen, and then now, so they have no point of thinking about cost. But still, there are people who will think, oh, it has a cost, then it has, okay, it's a serious event. So different people take it very differently. And this is what, mostly it's a question I ask the organizers. Will it be a really big stretch if people, don't, pay for it? If it's going to be a big stretch, please pay for it. If it's not going to be a big stretch, have as many people come to that event, because then you'll have a bigger funnel.
Yeah, for an example, let me just ask you this question. You're going to the BNI group on Thursday, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you want to have $20 on that ticket for those people? Or would you say you're going to be my special guest, but I need to confirm your attendance? Like, how would you do that? Knowing that each person that you're going to bring is a $20 tab.
So if it was free, I would invite as many people as I can. But because there's a cost to it, I then have to cherry pick who really, who can pay that amount. I have to really have a very personal, intimate relationship for me to like a really connection with them for me to invite them to pay. So of course, it's going to lower my invites as opposed to telling them, come for this particular event, and I want you to put, you are my VIP guest. They will feel, oh my goodness, you're inviting me for a special guest, and they are seeing even the card, how it looks very classy. They will be like, oh my goodness. But now, when it comes now for them paying, you remember, it's an invite. When there's a cost to it, it's a sale. So I have to approach it as selling. So okay. It's totally,
I'm only catching a little bit of that, but
it's a different ball game when you're pricing it and when you're not pricing it. Totally different ball game.
Because the school of thought here was that we wanted to maximize, of course, because how we believe is that every person that will come to the event will become your partner, your customer, or your referral. Yeah. Because if they don't like for themselves, maybe they see somebody else who can use the product or the business. Yeah. So, and that is where we were discussing. But because we have a cost to cover, because it's not a cheap room, it's not $100. So if we wanted to do that, that's why where the $20 came in. But the idea is to maximize, like in my point of view, in selling, not just inviting, because if, for example, I do have a group, I was telling Karen, I do have a group of Latin American women, and they are 120 ladies. I want to invite them all, but I cannot pay for 120 ladies. Yeah. It is a different situation. And again, I believe that if you are picking and choosing only 10 people, which that's not my goal, I wanted to invite 200 myself.
Yeah.
So
But
if you are
there's
on
That's,
you know,
that's
10
not a-
people, what's going to happen is that you can cover this cost. It's only $200 that you're covering.
Yeah.
But I think that we are all limiting our chances
You'd be
because
better
we don't know the
probably,
outcome.
Kelly, you'd be probably better to go to the organizer of those ladies and say, I have a table and I want to pick the, who would you recommend that be my special guests? Because if you invite 120 people, number one, it's unmanageable. Now, you know, they're not qualified, right? They're just people
But
that
it
are.
doesn't matter.
But if you
like at this
charge them
point,
$20, you'll get the qualified people. You'll get the fact that they're coming because they want optimum health or optimum beauty or optimum, or they want to change their financial situation. They want to come and see somebody that's transformed into a beautiful human. It looks younger than she did 20 years ago. And, you know, so if we sell it that way, that $20 is going to show you that that's a qualified person. They're a good person for you.
not necessarily, because it's not a people that I do know personally. So I think that I'm shooting myself on the foot. But anyways, it's my thinking. And again, if I invited 100 and I sell 100 tickets, I believe it's okay because they will come to here because they are interested somehow. If somebody pays $20 and comes in, they are interested. They have some level of interest, I believe.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's a good
Yeah, and
qualifier.
another thing.
Kelly, so
It's not like it's
okay, so Kelly,
$50.
okay. So this is how it happens, Kelly, when it comes to event. You
Please.
and I think it's not just events, it's just in life. Sometimes you can't have things you know, the way you want them, sometimes all through, because you can invite 200 people, then you're left stressed out with a bill, Kelly. You know, like the team is left out with a stressed bill to put. So you would want to have those many people, yes, but really, do you want to leave yourself stressed out, or you just say, let me just, you know, have the, you know, 10 people paying the 20, then at least, you know, then I'm not stressed out. And of course, you find like mostly they are room, you can always look in the future when it comes to the near future, what you can do, because I'm looking at this as Opulence is an ongoing business. It's not a one-off that this is being done, because after we did the launch in Kenya, they started doing events every month, and now the excitement in Nairobi for Opulence is off the roof. That lady is doing amazing. That is even why Ramin had to go, because the business they are doing in Nairobi is so much. So you can also, in the future, look for
That's Nancy.
there.
They know her. They know her.
Yeah, so you can look for a room. Like, let me give you an example how we started, you know, doing it. Is one of the ladies she's Lucy. One of the ladies called Lucy had a big room. I think it was her office on her other backside. It had a big space where they could have meetings. So you will even find some of these resources can be with you people. Maybe someone else has you know, a room where it's not gonna cost anything, and people can come in and you know, there will be no cost to eat for people coming, and they just come to listen. So because when they're doing the ones for Lucy, you find that they just give you, you know, water. There's just water you can take from the dispenser. There's no food. There's nothing. You're just coming to listen of an opportunity because they're. So maybe in the future, you can even look for hotels where it's not like it's minimum cost to just hire for the room hire, nothing else, just for room hire, and have as many people, because what happens, especially for network marketing, you need to keep filling the funnel. So I understand you, Kelly, when you say, because the more funnel people you have, the more you are able to sieve. Sometimes you have, the lesser the funnel, if you have 10, you have less to sieve. You can only sieve 1 if you have 10. If you have 100, you can sieve 5. So I understand when you have more people, you are able to sieve, because it doesn't mean the ones, the few that come will join. It also doesn't mean the many that come, they also join. It only means that the funnel becomes wider when people are more. So maybe in the future, it can be a place where how do we cut costs in the future, where we create even a relationship with a specific hotel, where they just give us room hire, and it's minimum, maybe from, they can charge, maybe 1 hour they charge 100, for 2 hours they charge 200. As a whole team, you know, people can separate that $200 for that room hire, and you have as many people as you can to keep refilling the funnel. Yeah, so that's what I would say in terms of numbers. But whichever the case, make sure that don't leave yourself stressed up on a bill. It's not worth it.
I didn't hear any of that, but did that answer your question, Kelly?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well, we're
Appreciate
gonna
that.
let, I think for tonight, we're gonna listen to Miriam here. She's got her hand raised. And then we're gonna let Linky go. I know you were saying, Linky, that you need to leave us, but we are
Yeah.
so grateful for
Yes.
you coming. And Miriam, what would you like to say?
I was just saying that we can even just put a $20 donation. You know, sometimes it works. People, they know the $20 goes for the good cause, like, you know, so it doesn't look like somebody's paying and putting our company down. People are paying $20 to attend. We can just say, you know, welcome, and you can just pay $20 for the donation to, you know, we're doing the fundraising. So that's all
We lost you, Miriam.
you can say. I was just saying that you can talk about maybe we can put a $20 for the donation. You just like $20 donation for good cause. That's all.
But, and Miriam, at that point, you can't lie. If you have a donation, you have to have an
Charity.
organization that you're going to be sending this money to, and then you have to announce the money that you sent. You know, like I
How
just
about
did
fundraising
my
for
birthday
your
party
event?
with the
How
fundraiser
about
for cancer
donation to
care.
your fundraising to your event? The fundraising is okay?
Yeah, it's not a fundraiser because we're
No, it's
covering our
not.
costs, right? I didn't hear any of
Yeah.
that,
I
but
think I have mentioned this before, and I think because there is a fee, there isn't a fee, it should be on the ticket, $20. It's up to you as you present this to people, whether you get them to pay or not. But then they all know legally you are selling a ticket on the overall board of this event for $20. Whether you give this $20 away or not is even better when they see that there is a $20 cost to it, but I'm getting $20 for free. The ones that you don't know, they're still going to pay $20 for some fabulous information from a renowned speaker and business owner. So, but I think if we're going to talk about money at all, it needs to be on the card itself. It doesn't have to be prominent. It can be just $20 in the corner. At least when you speak about $20 to a potential person that's coming out that evening, they know it is official and you're not just making it up to grab some money to an event that's supposed to be free. They know officially there is $20 to come to this
yeah, so
event.
whether
Okay.
you've paid for it for
So you
them
need
or whether you're
$20 on the
charging
ticket.
them, it's on the ticket. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think we should just put it on the corner, the little corner,
Oh.
in a small, you know, white writing, just where,
Mhm.
you know, this is listed, and and then it's covered. We don't even have to discuss
Yes,
this for
very much.
ad nauseum. It's gonna be put on the
No,
ticket.
well, for so long, both you and Shauna was saying no, but it needs to be on the ticket because we are talking money.
Yeah,
The
I didn't
$20
say
needs to be
no.
on
I
there.
didn't say no.
Yeah.
I just was discussing it with the team. So far, it doesn't look like it's on there. But there's a
It's
couple
still
of
not on
minor
there.
things that that can be changed, and that's why we have these discussions. So let's go from the WhatsApp group, more details as we move along, and we'll work on that. I want to let people who need to go. We've got to get on forensic tonight. So I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Miriam, for coming. And I'm so excited you're going to be here in Winnipeg with us. And I know
Almost a
that
week.
you're a massive inviter. And so if anybody on this call needs help, I know that they can rely on you to get out there
I
and
can, I can go. I
invite
can go
some
on the
people.
schedule with. Yeah, and Karen, I can go with each individual. Like sometimes I can go with Kelly if Kelly is available in the morning, or if Sherilyn is available in the evening. Like I can just go with the flow with any of you guys on your own time, to your own contacts, to your own churches, because wherever we go, even don't worry, even on Sunday I'll go to the church too. I'm a
So
Muslim.
absolutely, people like maybe Liddy that has a very busy lifestyle right now and doesn't have a whole lot of time to get out, pick our brains, Liddy, utilize us for help. And because we want to make this a successful event for every single person on this call. So, and I want to thank everybody for coming on the call. I am going to wrap it. I'm going to stop the recording now. And I want to thank everybody. This was a great call.